It makes it difficult to maybe make a good direct comparison. Alright, Grixis Pirates. So, this is basically red-black pirates. As you can see, I've got a bunch of red 1-drops and black 2-drops. We've got Judy here in our red as well. And then at the top end, I've got an Admiral Beckett Brass, which is an anthem effect for our pirates. And we get kind of free. So, like, I have the 8 shock lands, and I have some unclaimed territories. I have some hostage takers in the sideboard. I didn't put any in the main deck, which may or may not be correct. I wanted to be more aggressive than hostage taker allowed me to be, so I think I want to be mostly a beatdown deck game 1. And at any rate, let's jump into it here. Yeah, this is a one-sided Fiery Cannonade deck for sure. The Weather Lady, thank you for the 6 months. I really appreciate you keeping me employed here with that Twitch Prime. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Where's my cosmetics? This deck doesn't have nearly as many foils as the last one. It's incredibly sad. Probably gonna have to have... Look at this! It's so hideous. Why is it so hideous? We'll need a whole ugly room, right? Wanted Scoundrels. Standard staple, 4/3 for 2. When it dies, target opponent creates 2/2/2 treasure tokens. So they can cast this down for free effectively. They can also save it to next turn to ramp up. Things are going swimmingly, chat. It's just like we expected. We drew a 5th land. They have a 4/3. I have a 2/2. This deck might be a quick one. Well, see, Mr. Maple Syrup, I don't think having resource variance in Magic is an inherently good thing, but I think it's a necessary thing to enable the intricate deck building depth that Magic offers. So Magic probably has the deepest deck building decisions out of any card game I've ever played, and a lot of the reasons why it has that depth is because of the resource system that it uses. So, like, without the resource system that we have, we wouldn't be able to have that same depth. Alright, my plan to draw some spells did not work out. I think if you want to make Beckett Brass work, you probably want to be Demir Splash Red. Why, Deerlick? Instead of just telling me I'm wrong, can you tell me why I'm wrong? Help me understand. Don't just crap on what I've spent time working on. For instance, I would say to you, I think having this be red, black, splash, blue makes sense because this card is giving all of your creatures +1/+1. So being an aggro deck that's playing lots of creatures to the board makes sense for a deck that's giving lots of creatures +1/+1. Blue-black Pirates tends to be a deck that plays 1 or 2 threats at a time. meaning that a card that gives all of your things +1/+1 isn't very good in that deck because you generally don't have a lot of things in play at the same time. I think we were 3-3 or 3-2 by the end. Might have been 3-3. Diagonal Monkey is a pirate. Is, in fact, a pirate. This card's super good with Dire Fleet Poisoner, because it's got First Strike, and this gives Death Touch, which is just A+. Curious Obsession plus Thief's Disruption give you a better game plan when you don't draw Beckett Brass, but I guess that's not a brass deck, it's a pirate deck. But yeah, correct, Deerlick. That's exactly what it is. So what you're describing is a deck that works, but just adding this random card that doesn't make sense in it. So what I try to do when people give me build-arounds is build decks that actually integrate the card, that are good with the card that's being submitted, not just, like, shove a card that doesn't make sense into an established shell. So we play second Judith, keep OG Judith, shoot down Branchwalker, attack for 8. Yeah, the Judith see each other. So both dice triggers happen. I definitely think that's how we have to win this matchup. Just try and get under them aggressively. Some Lava Coils for a touch of removal. And then just aggression otherwise. Salt Block, thanks for the 9-month resub. I appreciate the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Hey, J-Rock, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic end of your week. Happy Thursday. Yeah, I mean, this hand goes 2, 3, 4, right? I guess that's good enough. Maybe, hopefully. Let's draw a 1-drop on 1. Perhaps. Right on time, Daring Buccaneer. Welcome to the party. Narrator, he wasn't on time. Onward, upward, backward, forward. Anybody else think that Diamond 4 rank floor is looking kind of nice and inviting? Looking forward to the Diamond 4 rank floor. So, part of the reason why people are talking about, like, okay, what's a good or bad shell for Beckett Brass? And part of the reason why I think this deck is the best way to leverage Beckett Brass is Beckett Brass's second line of text is just not good. It is an effect where if you're hitting your opponent with 3 pirates, they're probably dying. So, like, why are we bothering? It was intended for Commander. Yeah, that makes sense. I agree. I could totally see that. Pirate Commander makes a lot of sense. I would like your ramp spell, please. So I think leveraging it as just this pirate lord makes the most sense. The constructed ladder is the same across formats, Mellow. So the top 1,000, there isn't a top 1,000 best of 1 and top 1,000 best of 3. It's all the same. Neckbreaker dealing 4 to me, aptly named here. Alright, here's hoping Rune Raider doesn't ruin me. Whew. It dealt 6 to you to get it into play, about to deal 6 to the opponent. Symmetry. Fair. Good catch. My deck appears to be good at just putting pressure into play, so that's good. Only Monsters, thank you for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. No, wins and losses in best of 3 count as double. So a win in best of 3 is worth twice as much as a win in best of 1, and a loss counts for double 2. But it also means, so like the big difference is like if you go 2-1 in a best of 3 match, you get a double win. Whereas if you go 2-1 in best of 1, you get 2 +1s and then a -1. So going 2-1 in a best of 3 match gets you further than going 2-1 in best of 3 games, if that makes sense. That's the big difference between best of 1 and best of 3, as far as the ranking is concerned. I think I just cut these. It's the slowest of the pirates. The green-white-black deck from earlier be good to push high. Yeah, I think the Angels decks are fine. Team needs a red source, but that's our most common source. And we got two Wanted Scoundrels, so... Hey, perfect. Alright, I'm just gonna slow them down so we can try and pressure them. Maybe we induce a stumble here as well. Tilt. And they draw land and play Reclamation. They draw another land. They play Ooze. Yep. Yeah, if they get the ooze down next turn, we're just not going to be able to do anything. Especially with the Wilderness Reclamation. Yeah, the Angels deck was fine. It maybe wanted a 25th land. Kill them, Party Bus Driver. Duress or Kitesail them, or just kill your opponent. No, I'm pretty sure if you lose 2-1, you still lose the full 2. I'm pretty sure it doesn't look at your game count. Target non-land permanent they control. Alright. Opponent's missing their 3rd land here for a little bit at least. We got that going for us. That's a Duress. Fortunately, does not take Biogenic Ooze, though. So now they're going to have 3/3/3s, so we're just dead, right? I mean, if you want to only lose 1 when you go 1-2, you should play best of 1, right? If you go 1-2 in best of 1 games, like we talk about best of 1 being high variance on this stream, but like if you're playing hundreds of games, that variance really balances out. Like just volume is a variance balancing mechanic too. It's just like in a tournament you can't play that volume. Yeah, best of 1 is effectively a different format, too. That's very true. Correct. Every rank has a floor, so once you're gold 4, you can't fall below that. Budget version of Black Green Rock from your website. Modern doesn't really have budget, but you can't budget most archetypes in Modern. Either mortgage your house or you either mortgage your house or you play something cheaper. So building budget decks in Modern generally means changing archetypes. The power level in Modern is so high that you can't just play worse versions of the cards and still have a playable deck. It just doesn't work that way. Yeah, I agree. The tournament mechanic in Artifact was absurd. Very, very well done. What was the tournament mechanic? Artifact had full in-client tournament support. Like, anyone could create a tournament that wanted to. It was really well done. We might actually just aggro them out on this mold of 5. Like, I get to Kitesail Freebooter them, and then I get to play Rigging Runner, and then Fathom Fleet Captain starts pumping out dorks. Double Reclamation Root Snare. Alright, I guess I'll take the Fog. I mean, I'm attacking them for 7 next turn down to 7 and making another 2/2 with Menace. So, like, we might actually be able to kill them through this, this ooze. Like, if I draw something that gives all my creatures +1/+1 next turn, so if we draw, like, Neckbreaker, or, Judy, or Beckett Brass, they should be dead. This card would be really good. I mean, it's, like, already fine. Tapped and attacking would be absurd, though. So they're gonna have a bunch of 3/3s here. That was not one of our 8 draws to kill them. I think I just attack with everything, right? I think I just attack with everything. I mean, like, we gave it the college best here. Like, if I draw a card that gives plus attack next turn, I'm still short, right? Judith still does it next turn, right? Oh, they are at 2, that's true. Anything that pumps up the jam could be okay next turn. Pirates is probably gonna be a quick one, chap. Pirates is probably gonna be a quick one. Which is good. I feel like we've had too many good decks in a row. Yeah, yesterday, like, every deck was like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Which meant we only got through 4 things. Like, ultimate first world problems. Too many of the decks we played were good. I know, there are a lot of Uggos in this deck, you're not wrong. Yeah, exactly, Squee. I'm not used to that kind of pressure. Normally I can expect like 1 or 2 of the standard decks we play each day to be like done in 30 minutes. You are 1 turn late, Mr. Brass, Mrs. Brass, whoever you are. Well, I mean, this hits them to 3, which means that if I draw a Judith next turn, we can kill them in the air. We were tryharding yesterday. It feels good to be back to normal today. Yeah, exactly. Uh-oh, chat. Chat, they drew a Nexus of Fate. Nah, I think we might be able to beat 1 Nexus of Fate here. Though this block was free, right? Because it's first strike. Yeah, they could have drawn a fog as well. That's very true. Yeah, looks like they drew a fog. Or they're just making a bunch of dorks. Alright. Oh, Judith, my Judith. They drew a blink of an eye. Nope, just a root snare. All right. Well, if they attack here, can I survive combat? Yeah, if they attack here, the Judith triggers kill them, right? No, I shouldn't have swung out. If I swing out, they kill me on the backswing. Now they die to Judith triggers. That keeps them alive. That's fine. We're probably dead, right? I'm bored. I assume we're dead. We were close. We were close. Even when you beat Wilderness Reclamation, you lose. I don't think we're gonna play against Wilderness Reclamation for the rest of the day. I think I'm just gonna concede on sight. They're gonna attack us, Tom. They attack us and then we die. Because I have to block, and then I lose my creatures because I blocked, and then Kitesail Freebooter no longer has 3 power. Because I had to block. Yeah, I was at 12. You were someone that I timed out earlier for being annoying, right? Not that bad. You and I have very different definitions of not that bad ever. Very, very different definitions. I would define Splinter Twin as not that bad. No, Twitch has... You can go back and look and see who was timed out for what by clicking on them. Splinter Twin is not that bad. Having to sit there and watch your opponent masturbate for 10 minutes is bad. That's not good. Again, the issue isn't that it's a combo deck. The issue is the uncertainty of having to sit there wondering, am I dead? Or should I go do something else with my time, or am I not actually dead yet? With Splinter Twin, you go, oh, they comboed, let's go to the next game. Griselbrand is very fast by comparison to the Nexus of Fate deck. Incredibly so. Maybe if your Griselbrand player doesn't know what they're doing, their deck's really slow. It's eggs. Eggs is the comparison that you want to make. My cards are naked because this deck's awful and doesn't deserve sleeves. I want these cards to get worn out. You can clip entire games of Griselbrand. Yep, ain't that the truth? You can clip entire games of Griselbrand. Oh, that's great. Catch you later, Giddle. I'm playing this pre-combat because I want to make a 2-2 with this. They keep, like, confirming what my cards do. Yeah, I've played a lot of Griselbrand. That deck might have the most leagues of any deck that has a page on my website. I think it probably does. So what I want to do next turn... Shillelagh, huh? I think I do this. And then when they do this, Dire Fleet Poisoner lets this trade for both of these. So, like, now I'm pretty far ahead on board. And, like, now the Dire Fleet Poisoner is a 2-2 with Death Touch that trades with this Growth Chamber Guardian. Silly opponent, you've activated my trap card. We should play Blue-Black Pirates again at some point soon. It's looking like the standard deck might actually get close to running out of decks as we wind down the season, as hype has died. So if that happens, I'll probably just pick and choose what we play towards the end. You say you need more decks? Maybe, we'll see. I think there's like 20 decks in there at the moment. Some can even win games, yeah, maybe. I don't know, I might also be getting pickier. Because, like, one of the things, like, earlier in the standard season, it's, like, harder to know, like, what's a bad deck. And, like, now people send me things and I'm like, oh, no, we played something close to this and it's not good. Yeah, so, like, after today, there'll only be about 20 standard decks in the queue. And usually I play about 20 a week. So we'll be through those relatively quickly. Alright, we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. This is probably a hostage taker matchup, huh? You got a lot of mopey green creatures. Yeah, we'll see. It's hard to predict too, right? Like, and the fact that I just, like, mentioned that we're kind of starting to run low on decks probably means we'll have people resubmit things that they like. Because, like, as the queue gets lower, it means, like, a $10 donation gets played, like, the next week or the next day even. Once it, if it ever gets that low, so. Figure it's probably a self-correcting thing. And that's why my donation price is cheap, right? Because, like, once it gets low, then it's, like, super cheap to get your deck played quickly. It's good. Good self-balancing. Yori, thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. I don't know if I have another all foil deck in me, dude. Light. I have to look and see what there is to play. Yeah, I think the queue right now is the smallest it's been since I started it without doing a slow. But again, a big part of that's because we're mostly standard these days, and I play like 50% more standard decks than I ever did modern, because Magic Online games are so god-awful slow. It's easier to play more matches of standard, because Arena's so quick. Yeah, I agree, Jason Fiddy. I also know, like, for me personally, the fact that, like, reclamation decks exist, it kind of beats some of the fun out of me as far as brewing is concerned, because, like, the Wilderness Reclamation archetype just devours... The Wilderness Reclamation archetype just devours, a lot of sweet brews that you could be playing, and it devours them in a way that just makes the games completely uninteresting. I'm not playing bad modern decks anymore, Admiral. Yeah, bless the auto tapper rate. Yep, Griselbrand is still plenty legal. Yep. The Griselbrand deck can actually theoretically kill on the first turn of the game with the right draw. Deck's really messed up. I feel like the fact that you mute yourself while you eat deserves a resub. Common courtesies. Common courtesies. You were one turn late, Rigging Runner. Is it that inconsistent? It's a mix of it being both a little bit inconsistent and just not being super popular. Yeah, Narset's fine. Narset's incredibly sweet. Narset is incredibly sweet. That one's not going anywhere. Wow, they are really upset with our tiny creature deck. Incredibly so. For people asking about the timing on Rigging Runner, Fathom Fleet Captain requires you have another non-token pirate in play in order to be able to pay 2 mana to make a 2/2. So I played the Rigging Runner pre-combat so I could trigger the Fathom Fleet Captain. So I'd rather make a 2/2 there rather than have that be a 2/2 with first strike. Huh? So, do I want to play this? I could hit for 3 and then play both of these. I kind of like hit for 3 and then play both of these this turn. A lot of the pirates are draft leftovers. Also, again, like, this is a builder and I'm not sure if I should have taken. I don't know if this card's really all that playable. Like, honestly, there's a good chance this card's just worse than playing more Dire Fleet Neckbreakers in this deck. Like, I don't think this is a card that's very standard playable. I mean, to be fair, this is very different than the Pirate Tempo deck we played last season. Yeah, it's a very win more style effect. I agree with that. So they'd go block, block. They'd take 7 down to 7. I'm going to leave that one back. And this has Menace, so if they want to take this off the table in combat, they have to trade both their things for this. And then the Settle the Wreckage I know about, they're still missing mana for. Yeah, the Esper mid-range deck, did I not link a deck in the queue? Yeah, there's an Esper mid-range deck linked in the queue. I'm gonna play a deck that's loosely based on the one we played yesterday. If I Lava Coil one of these, they're dead, right? Because these all have Menace. Oh no, they're at 11. Makes sense. Oh, this is exactly 11. Look at that. This card's so good. Yeah. I think I'm gonna be done with this deck. Beckett Brass is just not. Beckett Brass is just like not a playable Magic card in Standard. I think we played a little bit of Red Black Pirates last season and earlier this season. It's like okay. It's nothing amazing. I don't think splashing blue at the top end really helps. I think this card's just better than Beckett Brass, because the second line of text on Beckett Brass in Standard tends to be win more. If you're hitting your opponent with 3 pirates, you've probably won that game anyways, so you're mostly playing it for the first line of text, and I think the first line of text ends up being worse than Dire Fleet Neckbreaker's text almost all the time. So, I'm gonna call this one a wrap.